Hello, YouTubers. How are you today? I hope you're doing good. Well, the Atheist Paladin comes out with a video supposedly refuting my response to him. And he doesn't even tell me that it's out there. I at least gave him a notification so he wouldn't think I was talking about him behind his back. Well, maybe he was afraid that I would actually respond. But that's neither here nor there. Let's listen to some of his reply.
And to which he, of course, entirely misses the point. He wants to first call me out for apparently not verifying of all the scholars that apparently agree with his side. I find that a little hypocritical. I mean, if he wants to talk about evolution and make claims about that...
Hypocritical? Evolution? Evolution? Oh my. If you listen to my commentary on Isaiah 53, you won't hear me mention the word evolution once. Not once. So what you have here is one of two things. Either he was so flustered that he couldn't even tell which commentary he was replying to, or he just wanted to muddy up the waters by introducing a topic not even connected with my Isaiah 53 commentary as a diversion tactic. Either way, it was pathetic. No, the topic had nothing to do with evolution. The topic was Isaiah 53. And the point being argued is that I gave the names of authorities who agreed with me on that topic. And after I requested him to give me his authorities on that topic, he failed to do so, and instead rambled on in self-righteous indignation, and eventually culminated in him swearing at me like some street punk.
But of course, I was well aware of all those Christians that support that, and a few Jews, as you point out, that the messianic nature of that.
Well aware? Well, I think if I was well aware, I'd at least provide the sources that agree with me, or at the very least say that there is debate over that. He did neither of these things.
Then he wants to go into saying that I was manipulating verses and skipping these things, but really I didn't want to get into those things. It wasn't supposed to be exhaustive. I was just picking the few things.
Exhaustive? We're talking about 3 verses here, one of which not only did he ignore, but here after being called out on it, I think I would have at least addressed it. And big surprise, he doesn't even try.
And being cut off, yeah, that's also, it does mean exile. All you have to do is read the punishment for people having sex on the period. It says that they should be cut off.
The very fact that some phrases can mean other things at other times is all the reason why you have to look at the whole context of where it is being applied. And in the case of Isaiah 53, verses 8, 9, and 10, the context of verse 9, which Atheist Paladin has been avoiding like the plague, it's quite clear that it is talking about death, not exile.
Because I'm really tired of dealing with your BS.
Tired? Gee, to hear him talk, you'd think he'd produced at least a half an hour of rebuttal. He spent all of less than 6 minutes, most of which was to regurgitate the same argument I refuted in my commentary, namely the point of verse 9 in Isaiah, which he never addressed for obvious reasons. And then he swears at me like some punk on the street, as if that's going to somehow authenticate his arguments.
And then you want to say that in Matthew 26, that somehow Jesus fulfilled the prophecy. That's very cute. You want to do reference something that anybody can reference and see for themselves. The point to which you say that, the chiefs say, what do you have you say for yourself when Jesus says nothing? Bullshit.
Jesus says nothing, and then he tosses in his obligatory bit of profanity. I don't know what's up with these YouTube atheists, that they feel they have to be macho or something and be vulgar, and somehow that authenticates what they are about to say. And then he goes on to say what Christ said to the priests. The argument is not about what he said to the priests. It's about what he didn't say to his accusers. That's what the priests were trying to get out of him. So for atheist Paladin to say that Jesus wasn't silent to his accusers at that time is plainly being ignorant. As for his charge that the prophecy had to be accompanied with a statement that it was prophecy being fulfilled, it's also a joke. I could show you any dozen prophecies that he fulfilled that were not accompanied with statements that declared that they were prophecy being fulfilled.
You know, the fact that he fed thousands of people with a few loaves of bread twice shows that he's, pretty popular, that he had to do it twice.
No, what it shows is that their interest in him was utilitarian. They had heard that he was feeding people and healing people. But as to his message to them, the great majority of them despised that message, and it wound up costing him his life. As I had mentioned in my initial commentary, Christ revealed to his own dismay that he had no place to lay his head, no place to stay. Hardly the thing you would expect of someone who was supposed to be so popular among the people. Earlier I had also mentioned how even in his own hometown he got no respect and wound up doing no work there because of their unbelief. And I also pointed out what happened after he cast out the demon from the demoniac, that the entire city came out and asked him to leave the district. But of course, the atheist Paladin ignored those three arguments, never addressed them at all.
Yeah, I'm done with you.
He's done with me. Oh, there's a surprise. Like I really expected him to keep coming back and getting embarrassed like this. That's okay. I'm really not interested in continuing a conversation with someone who ignores the majority of my arguments, especially the key points. I will respond to anything he puts out there about me that I find out about, only for the purpose of correcting the record for others who might hear it. Thanks for listening, and until the next time, Lord willing, there is a next time, I pray that the short amount of time you have left on this planet will be filled with the knowledge of God, the peace of Christ, and looking forward to the joys of an eternal existence in the presence of the Creator of the universe.